Today, this is another timeless daily read. Whenever you come across it, is when it will resonate for you. Spiritual energy and anything from the spiritual world does not have a time limit on it. They do not go by time. We only do that here in this physical world. Please go to the top right hand corner of your screen and click on the three dots and click on the speed settings. This will allow you to set it to either 1.5x or 2x. That way you can hear the reading in half the amount of time and not have to feel like this reading was really long, because my readings are extensive, okay? And I'm going to move my drinks out of the way because that's tacky. Okay, so I'm going to use not only tarot cards but oracle cards to gather a message. However, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use my oracle cards to get a picture of what's going on or the energy that is surrounding your situation. And then I will use my tarot cards to do some timeline predictions. Okay. And also to get an outcome for the situation. My readings tend to be extensive. However, like I said, that's why I ask you to change the speed settings so that you can hear everything in half the amount of time. Okay. And at some point later on in the reading, I'm going to remind you guys to do the same thing, just in case you guys are skipping over the very beginning out of impatience. Okay. So I'm shuffling for the energy here. And may God send his angel guides and spirit guides to guide this reading, to give the insight, the spiritual insight that you guys need, and the spiritual advice that you guys need. Amen. All right. What is here? What is here? What is going on with the collective? And this is for the collective. The messages may resonate differently for you guys. Just take what resonates and what doesn't, leave it exactly where it is, okay? I felt compelled to do this reading. I was not going to do one today. I was going to wait because I like the space, the time out to gap the energy, because different energy comes in at different times. However, I felt very, very compelled to do this reading today. And it, you guys, it's being recorded live right now, unlisted, privately, but it won't post until the next day. So that's another thing. So this energy is meant for it's meant to reach somebody the next day and whenever you guys come across it. Okay, because I already released one today that will be for whoever sees it. And that's the other thing. Feel free to check out all the other videos on my channel, because pretty much all the readings are timeless, and I have not only readings for the collective, but also pick a card readings, and then I also have some zodiac sign readings. All right, I know you're probably saying, hurry up. Well, I usually wait for cards to fall and to fly out. So here's two of them right here. Okay, and we have purpose, and we have shame in reverse. So this is telling me that you guys, you don't care what anybody else thinks. You are pretty much confident, or there's a word I'm looking for. You are certain, regardless of what anybody else thinks, that this is meant to be. This is your purpose. This is where you're supposed to go. This is where you're headed. And these are your gifts, your talents. This is what you have to offer. This is what you're meant to do or meant to be. Okay. And you feel like you are guided in this way, or guided in this direction. Or you could be feeling like you are guided to do something regardless of how anybody else views it, sees it, interprets it, or perceives it. Okay. You don't feel guilty about this. You don't feel ashamed about this. There's something, this is rest card in reverse. Okay. Whatever this is, I have a feeling that it may be a little stressful. It may even cause some discord between you and others. It may even cause you to lose sleep, or it may cause someone else to lose sleep. It may be that you don't see eye to eye with others, and they don't see eye to eye with you. And so there's a lack of agreement, a lack of peace, a lack of being on the same page. And this may require some work. It may require a lot of effort, and it may cause a lot of action. And I don't want to say it may cause any kind of chaos or upsets or whatever, but it possibly could. Move this down like that. Okay. All right, so I don't think I need to pull any more cards from this deck, though I kept shuffling. I may have needed to pull another card from that deck, and I may very well do so, but let me move on further from that and see what else I get here. And I'm just pulling the energy. Oh, so you got impatience here with whatever your purpose is, or with whatever it is that you're headed towards. Okay. Whatever this is that you feel, there is a word that I am looking for that I cannot find it, and it's like on the top of my head. Whatever this is that you feel is your purpose, it literally is something that you feel you don't have to seek approval for. You don't have to feel ashamed or embarrassed about, because I say it may be something that other people don't agree with, or may frown upon, or may think is left field, or they may think it is not typical or unusual. They may even think it's a different kind of lifestyle or something. Whatever it may be, I feel like you could be wanting to quickly move towards this, regardless of any consequences, regardless of any issues it may bring up or bring to the forefront, or whatever this is. And you're feeling kind of impatient. Like it's a part of you that wants to be, it's a part of you that wants to take your time, maybe out of caution, but there's another part of you that's just like, no, I'm impatient. I really want to go for this. I really want to go for this. And I really want this to happen. Or I really feel like this is meant to be. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Or it's time. It's time. It's time. That's also something that I'm getting. It's time. You know, you could be wondering, when is it going to be time for this? You know, when is this going to happen? But at the same time, understanding that you need to pace yourself, you need to be prepared or be ready for whatever this is, because you know once this happens, or once this takes place, or once you go in this direction, or once it comes out, you kind of know that it's going to be a little unsettling, or you know it's going to be a lot of work. You know, things won't be, it's going to cause some disruptions to some degree. And it's not to say that it's all negative or anything. It's just whatever this is, it's going to definitely create some changes and uproot and uplift some things in a way that it's going to take some effort and a lot of work and a lot of rearranging here or whatever. Okay. And I pay attention to where cards fall. I pay attention to the directions that they fall in. That's a part of the intuitive reading with the cards, besides what I'm picking up from spirit guides, what I'm literally hearing. So let's see what else is going to come out here. And well, that's a lot of cards. I really didn't want all of those, but since they're here, I'm going to go with them anyway. You have the impasse card. So it's a card that's, you know, either you are feeling hesitant, or you're being told here by spirit to hold off, But in all honesty, I feel like this is you feeling hesitant. I feel like this is you feeling like this is either you getting in your own way or you're allowing your lack of faith to get in the way, your lack of discernment, your lack of better judgment in the situation. Okay. Because you don't have any faith here, or you have a loss of faith, or you're questioning what you believe, you know, and I feel like those two definitely go together. And yeah, you got dissipating and you have gossip here. I feel like you're getting too old to care about what other people will say and what other people will think. And this is exactly what I'm getting from these two cards being together. What's interesting is I rarely get these cards to fall out together from this particular deck, but Spirit definitely meant for these particular cards to fall out in these two pairs because it's sending a very direct message. Okay, that you really are kind of like I said, I feel like there's some inner turmoil, okay? Like you have some inner turmoil about this whole situation, okay? And a lot of it is pending on the fact that, you know, your faith is causing you to hesitate, stagnate, procrastinate, getting your own way, or allow fears to get in your way, if I may say. It also could be spiritually you're being blocked because of your lack of faith, your lack of belief, your lack of being able to discern, your lack of manifesting what it is that you want. Okay. And obviously, I really do feel like you are like, you're just like, I'm too old to give a dang what anybody else thinks. Okay. Almost like this is your life. And you just feel ready to just take that leap or whatever. So let's see. Okay. So let's see what else is being presented here for the energy. I also feel like, if I may say, that you could be feeling like you're too old to be giving into drama as well, to be having fights and arguments with people. You know what I'm saying? And for some reason, I kept hearing "Living My Best Life" long before I even said this. But it just feels like that one song by Lil Duval, you know, that he has with Snoop, "Living My Best Life," not going back and forth with these with these ends, living my best life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you don't have time for this. You living your best life, or this is your life, period. You don't have time to care what they think. You don't have time to be going back and forth with people. You feel like you're too old for this, and it's wearing you out. You're not interested in none of the drama. You're not interested in any of it, you know. This could be, you know, stubbornness. It could be arrogance. It could be anything. But whatever the case is, it's just you feel like you're too old for this. You don't have time for this, you know. You ain't got time to care what anybody else thinks. You don't got time to care what else anybody else is saying. You don't care for anybody else's opinions, okay? Even though everybody's entitled to their opinions, you just feel like you could care less. You're not interested in it. You're too old to care what other people think. You're too old to care what other people will say. And yet, you're still hesitating because there's something you just don't believe will work out, or something you don't believe is possible, or you maybe feel like you don't know if this can work. One minute you're trying to, you know, one minute I think in one sense you think you're trying to be, you know, be cautious, and therefore you're trying to be patient, but in the next minute you're kind of like, you could be thinking, well, am I being cautious, or am I operating out of fear? Because I lack faith. I lack discernment, the ability to really have foresight in the situation. And you could be feeling like, maybe I do need to push forward ahead because I'm tired of waiting, you know? So, you guys take it, the message, how it resonates for you guys. Take it for how it resonates with you. I was waiting for a card to pop in all this time, but here we go. Here we go. All kinds of cards. Yay. Because I was about to say, I really prefer them to either fall out or pop out. I could pull them, but I prefer them to fall out, pop out. Okay. So, whatever this is, it's not beautiful. It could be some ugly. It could be some ugliness. It could be some ugliness. It could be some, this is not cute. It's not beautiful. It could be ugly. It's not, it could also be not, what's the word? Not fertile, meaning not, there's a lack of growth. Also, possibly when I see the flowers card in reverse. Lack of fish, feeling like either there's not enough opportunity, because to me, when I see the fish card, to me it's all about, it's like that old saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea, meaning there's plenty of opportunity, there's plenty of options to choose from, there's plenty of abundance and blessings to go around. But in the reverse, it's like feeling like there's a lack of something. There's a lack. There's, you're not seeing the blessings coming in, or you don't feel blessed, or you don't feel like there's many options, if any options at all. You probably feel like there's no options, no choices, nothing to pick from, no opportunity. You could be feeling like the sea is dried up. You could also be feeling, and like I said, for somebody, this also could be fertility issues as well, but not, not being fertile or something. That's not going to apply to everybody. That's just for maybe a very tiny group of people, maybe one or two. But for many of you, it just feels like this is not a pretty picture, or this is just not looking the way you hoped it would look. It's just, it just feels like there's a lack of opportunity, or a lack of something being available to you. The sea is dried up or something. I don't know, but in one sense, this is annoying and pesky to you. This also could feel messy at times, and other times just not. And I feel like this is also an energy of not wanting to be messy, but this is being, messy or being messy. You guys, like I say, you take that how it resonates for your situation, but you could be feeling like people who are not supposed to be getting into either your business or getting into this, or messing with things, are messing with things. It could be somebody trying to take what you have, and they're not supposed to be, so they're pesky, because these are pesky rats, and they're coming in and they're infesting the area. They're stealing food and things like that. If you can see it in the upright, maybe you can't, but sideways, this is energy that isn't 100% solid. It's it's back and forth, or it is a sometimes kind of energy. You guys, you take that how it resonates for your situation, if it makes any sense. It may make more sense to me later, or intuitively it may say something, but there's a lack of communication here. Okay. And I feel like it's because you could be half annoyed, and that's the other thing I'm getting, half annoyed by the situation, because you feel like I said, this is ugly, this is unattractive. There's no growth here. There's no, you just don't feel like there's anything good coming out of this, and it's just a lack of abundance or prosperity, or a lack of opportunity, or a lack of options or something. Let me see what else is presented with some other cards that I have here. These are my side cards. Let's see what the side cards have to contribute to the picture of the energy. Okay, prison card in reverse. So wanting to really break out, and I'm going to place that there under the passe card, because I feel like you want to break out. You want to come out, take what resonates, but it's like you are literally fighting this on the inside to some degree, but at the same time, you're also, like I said, you're hesitant, partially out of fear, and the other part is out of just, you just don't believe. that you may not believe that this will go too well, though you're not ashamed. I said there's a, you're proud, because the opposite of shame is pride. And you don't feel guilty about this, nothing, you know. You want to feel free. You want to feel free. And I'm hearing free to be me. Okay. Want to be free to be me. And that's the libido card in the, you know, in the reverse, sideways. So there is a lack of wanting to really show off your true colors. There's a lack of wanting to really come out and really spread your wings and flaunt your stuff here. For me, this is like a true colors kind of card. A peacock likes to show off. He likes to show off. He likes to strut his stuff, get attention and things like that, especially to mate or especially to assert dominance and establishing territory. But in reverse, you know, this is the exact opposite of that. Not really wanting to assert yourself or wanting to show off or really even be noticed or seen like that. But this is also a lack of passion, a lack of desire, because this is also my desire card. Now, something else that you should be aware of, sometimes this can be a deceit card because there's a snake in the grass there presented, but this is indicating that there is no deceit, there is no betrayal, or there is a desire to not be deceitful or to present oneself in a way that is false or untrue. So once again, I'm getting messages of wanting to come out, wanting to be true to oneself, wanting to be who you really are. But I'm also getting, because I'm seeing the water in the reverse here also, and it's just feeling like the well has dried up. The water has run dry. So let me tell you, when that happens, when the water is gone, eventually people get what? Thirsty. When the opportunity feels like it's gone or it's limited, people get what? As they call it in today's term, thirsty, aka desperate, hard up, or really feeling like, dang, where's the opportunities at? Where is it? You know? So I'm getting a lot of messages here. Getting a lot of messages here. Okay. Interesting enough. Let me see if I get one more card from this deck here. This is probably one of the more interesting reads. That one flipped up. So this is like the next level. This is like the next level. It's success, it's succeeding, but it's also progressing to the next level, moving up, moving ahead, you know. But the Tower, and this is not like a traditional tarot deck. This is like the side cards, which is different, a little different from the tarot. But if I were to go based off of what the Tower meanings would be, the Tower is like literally something exploding, something coming out, something unexpectedly coming up, something popping off. And it could be a surprise. It could be, you know, literally, and it could be a good surprise, or it could be a bad surprise. But it feels like somebody wants to break free, bust free, and, you know, move on to the next level in some form. I don't know why I want one more. It feels like I need one more card right here. It feels like that's greatly missing. And I was trying to get another card from this deck before. I was generally only trying to get 3 cards from each deck, Oracle deck here, but it just feels like this is here. So interesting enough, before I could finish shuffling this deck, as I started shuffling, the Deceit card in reverse falls out. So I feel like you know, you want to be honest. You want to take the mask off. You want to show your true self. You want to be who you are. You want to be honest. You don't want to have to hide. You don't feel like you need to anymore. You don't feel like you should have to be embarrassed or anything of that sort. Okay. So now I'm going to take my vice versa tarot, and I'm going to I want to see what else is presented here for the energy. What else is being presented? And then I'll move on to obstacles and challenges after this. But this is getting really, really interesting, you guys. And I mean really interesting. Somebody is ready to speak their truth, honor their truth, come out. Somebody's ready to just be who they are, or somebody's ready to just move, you know, they're ready to go where it is they want to go and be where it is they need to be. They're ready to live the life they were meant to live, okay? And be who they're meant to be, and they don't care. They also, you know, yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. And you just don't really care how other people are going to feel about this because you're too old. You just want to be, you want to feel free to be you. So if others don't agree with who you are, you don't care. Oh, interesting enough, before I can finish shuffling, finally this falls out. So this is the Hermit. This is the Hermit. And this is literally going within, looking at the light, and literally introspecting things. You know what I'm saying? Like literally becoming very introspective. Okay. Analyzing, how do you feel, and how do you feel about the situation? How do you feel about all the different aspects of it, circumstances, whatever? And literally, this is to me a card when you really need time to think. A card when you really need time to be at peace with yourself and retreat from the world and retreat from all the noise that comes with, being around everything and everyone. This is like literally tuning out and just taking time to just think, how do you feel about stuff? How do you really, looking at things and wanting to see them for the way they really are, and also taking time to analyze or whatever. This really is the best card to see when someone wants to find their inner truth and be true to themselves, and they want to recenter themselves. And it's the kind of card you see when someone is truly preparing to go back out into the world and really go for their destiny, and be what they need to be in their own truth. The other thing that's interesting about this card is like I said, besides this is a card of wisdom, because this is a card of seeking wisdom, but it's usually, like I said, seeking from within. It could be seeking wisdom elsewhere, but with this light, this person holding the light and seeing the light, they can clearly see this snake that is wrapped around this golden egg of opportunity. Okay, this golden egg, this blessing or whatever. It's even a snake, possibly, as I want to say, if it's not a snake, then that's a vine wrapped around their staff that they're holding on, that their hand is holding. Okay, so this person is aware of those who may not be in their best interest, those who they may not be able to trust, those who they may not be able to divulge um details, truth, or secrets to, those they may not be able to share things with. They're also aware of who, like I said, will not have their back, who will stab them in the back, and who will betray them, who will sneak and talk about them, and things like that behind their back with others or whatever. They're aware of the issues, the problems. They're aware of the danger. They're also aware of who or what is blocking their prosperity, their blessings, and whatever this is that they're finding. Okay, they're also finding something of value, but they're finding that whatever this is of value, it comes with some sort of potential risk. Okay, so that's something else to look at. Even the staff that they're holding that is helping guide them through the dark, or they may be using to protect themselves with, even has a risk or has a snake attached to it in some form. So now I want to look at if there's any obstacles or challenges, you guys, and I want to do like some sort of predictions and outcomes or whatever. Okay, so let's look at the potential obstacles and challenges here. And then we'll go for the predictions, and then we'll go for the spiritual advice. Now, you guys, if you have gotten this far, and I probably should have been did this, I would hope that you listened to the very beginning of the video. You probably did not, but if you did or you didn't, for those who didn't, go to the top right-hand corner of the screen, click on the 3 dots, touch the screen, click on the 3 dots, top right-hand corner. That will give you the menu for YouTube in this video. Click on speed settings, then click on either 1.5x or 2x. That way you can watch this video in half the amount of time and still be able to hear everything, okay? This is optional, but I say this because my readings tend to be extensive, because I like to get as many details as possible. I like to also give spiritual insight, and I do this because I'm just sharing my gift and my talent with whoever is here to find it, watch it, or see it. This is my God-given gift, talent, or whatever. I'm not here to use it necessarily to make money. If somebody book a reading with me, great. But I'm not doing and I'm not ragging on other tarot readers. But there are plenty of tarot readers that will give you only half the details and then send you to an extended video to pay for the rest of the details. That's on them. I understand they need to make their money using their gift. I don't need to do that. I'm in a position I don't have to do that. I'm here using my gift because I want to share it with you. Okay. And I felt strongly urged to do this. And for a minute I was like, no, I'm not going to do it because I don't have a lot of views on my channel. And so I'm like, is it really going to make a difference? Is it really going to matter? But then, something really just in me just moved me to do this because somebody here needs to see this. Okay. But my readings are extensive because I'm here to help. I'm here to help, not necessarily make money. I'm here to help. So, with that said, I have a card here that came out for obstacles and challenges. By the way, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I talk too much. You can speed it up. Okay. Thank you. It's my channel anyway, and you guys, I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to tape this. Unfortunately, somebody that I know tore up the card, and it was taped up, but it's torn in half. This card hasn't torn in half, even though it's been taped up in all this time. So I want to take this as a sign that not only, first off, is this the devil card in reverse, meaning your obstacles and challenges here, I want to say is you don't feel tempted. You don't feel you could very well, like I said, there's some sort of, I don't want to say there's a lack of desire or lack of passion. That could very well be it because it's already being presented there anyway with the libido card. But I feel like your challenge and obstacle here is is maybe to not allow the devil to use you, manipulate you, control you, or allow others to manipulate, control you, or use you. Okay. This is you wanting, needing to turn away from or desiring to want to turn away from anybody trying to control you, manipulate you, or use you in any form, or try to make you feel some kind of way. This is also you wanting to not be given hell, okay, as well. And, wanting to empower yourself enough to cut away anyone or any kind of situation that would give you hell, or would give you or would make you feel like you're being manipulated or controlled. This is also, if you go on a greater scale, not wanting to be controlled or ruled by societal standards simply because it was deemed that way. Because a lot of times people will, they're scared to do certain things or be a certain way or to be who they are because of societal standards of the status quo. Well, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, or this or that is wrong, or this and that is the right way or the right way to be, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your obstacle, your challenge here is literally, I feel like you're struggling with, you do not want to cave into what anybody else says you should, or what anybody else says uh, you should be, or should do, or wants you to do, or whatever. But there's another side of this that I feel like sometimes people push back so hard and they rebel so hard that it could cause them to literally create toxic situations where there is no need for any. Because if you truly are in control, if you truly know who you are, if you truly are proud of who you are, or what it is that you do, or you truly know that there's nothing wrong with the way you are, or with the way you do, or with the way you behave, or whatever choices you've made, you don't need to defend yourself, defend your choices, or defend your honor to anybody else. If someone disagrees, you can just agree to disagree peacefully, or just say, hey, I'm sorry you feel this way, but it is what it is, and just make no apologies for it. Or you can just say, hey, and sometimes apology is not a bad thing. Sometimes you can just be like, I'm sorry you feel this way, but this is how I feel, and I'm not going to divert away from that, and I'm sorry we disagree on that. There's just a better way to go about being in your truth and being true to yourself and doing you without having to create havoc or damage, or having to break ties, or cause chaos, or cause drama, or whatever it could be. Okay. Interesting enough, like I said, this card, even though it's been taped up all this time, all of a sudden it's apart. It's falling apart. Okay. So I feel like you trying really hard to not be controlled, or not to be given a hard time, or whatever this may be, or not be tempted by something, or whatever, it's causing things to fall apart. It even could have caused something to break apart, or something to fall apart. Either you're falling apart, or somebody else is falling apart, or the situation has fallen apart. Things have gotten broken off, or somebody broke something off with somebody, or whatever. It also could be you literally, you're freeing yourself at whatever cost, even if this means breaking off ties to whoever or whatever this is. You literally are, the other way to look at this is you could be trying so hard to resist being controlled, to resist being told what to do, to resist giving into temptation, to resist whatever it is. But you also could be at the same time trying to not lose hold to whoever or whatever it is that, it could be a friendship, it could be a relationship, a partnership, it could be a group, it could be a job, it could be anything. Okay. It could also be not wanting to feel like you don't fit or belong because you're doing something outside the norm, or you're being outside the norm. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So there's so many ways to look at this obstacle and this challenge, and it's going to be different for each and every one of you. You guys, what that challenge is for you, and it's one or two of those narratives. Okay. So now I want to get into let's see, outcomes and predictions. So predictions and outcomes. So between now and the next few weeks, and then between now and the next few months, and between now and the next 6 months to a year. And I'll say 6 months to a year. Okay. Because I only want 3 to select from. And then an outcome card. So one has already fallen over here, right there. You guys can't see that. It's there. But so that's between now and the next few weeks. And then I want one for, okay, this is for between now and the next few months, next 3 months. And then one for between the next 6 months to a year. And here we go for that. And then outcome. So let's get an outcome. I'm actually really glad that I did this reading. This reading is so different from the one that I did yesterday that was released today. And when you guys see this one released, this was done the prior day, okay? But the energy is so different. And I'm telling you, I was moved to do this reading, even though at one point I was going to not do it because I was discouraged about the views of the channel. But like I said, I kind of heard that I need to do it because this is not about if this will reach many people or not. It's about who it will reach. And if it's just that one person that it reaches, or just a small handful, there was something you guys needed to pay attention or know. Because at the end of the day, this is about me sharing my gift. This isn't about me at all. This isn't about popularity or, the channel or nothing like that. It's nice to have that, but, so this is the outcome here. So let's go over this, and I will likely clarify these positions here, or these predictions and outcomes, just because, like I said, there's a need to get down to the bottom of things. So between now and the next few weeks, you guys, 10 of Swords in reverse. So this is coming out of feeling like a failure, or feeling like you failed. This is coming out of feeling like, this is coming out of betrayal. Okay. Or this is realizing that you can only be defeated if you allow yourself to feel defeated. This is also coming out of feeling of self-defeat. Okay. This is also coming out of a place of feeling exhausted. So you're seeing negative energy that could have been holding you back or could have been weighing you down. It's reversed here. So either you're coming out of that negative energy, or you are realizing that your perception and the way you perceive situations is everything. Okay. So that's a good thing. Okay. So you could be realizing that this isn't all the negative things that you thought it was before. You could be realizing you were not deceived or stabbed in the back or betrayed, or, you could be realizing no one was trying to do harm to you. You could also be realizing you didn't have to suffer in any form. You also could be, just like I said, coming out of any feelings of betrayal, deceit, deception, or coming out of feeling like you got stabbed in the back, or coming out of feeling like you took a loss, whether it was because you failed, you know what I'm saying? Realizing you didn't fail, or just coming out of this situation of failure, or feeling like you failed. And Like I said, those of you who are suffering poor physical health, mental, emotional, physical, whatever, psychological, coming out of that, healing and coming into better health or whatever. Some of you could have been thinking that you were suffering from poor health and then realizing, oh, it's you're not, just a total misunderstanding, or just maybe being paranoid or whatever, a hypochondriac. But so that's between now and next few weeks. And this is dated, these predictions are dated from the time that you see this reading. It's not going based off of the date of this reading being released, but whenever you come across this reading, okay? Because this is a timeless reading. Whenever you come across it, this is when you were meant to get the messages and the information. So between now and the next few months, because that last thing was all about the last few weeks, the next few weeks, between now and the next few months, you got the Wheel of Fortune sideways. So your luck could go either way. Okay? Your luck could go either way. I feel like this is definitely up to you. And the one thing that I like to let my viewers know is that predictions with tarot and outcomes with tarot is entirely up to you in a lot of cases, because we have free will. So when you see something in a reading, you could take it as a warning or a heads up. It's just the energy that is being presented right now that you have to work with, that you possibly could see play out, as long as you continue to live your life naturally and normally, as if you never saw the reading. But at the same time, if you choose to act based off of what you see in this reading, it could potentially change the outcomes here. However, if you do act on what you see in this reading and the outcomes and the predictions still come to pass, that means it was definitely destiny and it was supposed to happen. And whether it was something positive or not is something you're supposed to gain or learn from it. Okay, so keep that in mind. But this is definitely telling you your luck is it's up to you what happens or what doesn't happen here. Things are either going to work out for the better or they're not. Okay, things can either swing your way or not. It's I feel like it's up to you. It's not set in stone. It's all on you and how you behave, your behavior, what you choose to do. Between the next 6 months to a year, you have Eight of Swords in reverse. So this is you freeing yourself. Finally, you are freeing yourself, becoming free, breaking away, breaking out, breaking the shackles, empowering yourselves, no longer playing the victim. You understand? This is also no longer playing the victim in the situation. No longer seeing yourself as a victim, no longer seeing yourself as being held hostage or held captive to something that you don't have to be. Okay. So this is a change of perspective, or this is literally you becoming free of something, okay, that you could literally felt like was holding you back or keeping you captive in some form. And I pray to God there isn't anybody out there that is being held against their will and being kidnapped or needing to break out. I pray to God there isn't anything like that going on. But I'm just saying, I feel like this is more of a psychological thing. This also could literally be feeling stuck, tied to something as well, literally. But it could be a job, a career, a circumstance, a relationship you want to get out of, whatever. But maybe even a town you want to get out of because you're just tired of it and it's sucking the life out of you. But whatever the case is, the prognosis for 6 months to a year looks good, you guys. Okay, your outcome, you got the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, overall, this is like the overall outcome. Queen of Wands in reverse. So the Queen of Wands this is an interesting thing to see in reverse. Either this is a person, and I could say that this is a person that turns negative on you as an outcome. I don't want to say this is you guys taking on this negative energy and you becoming what's the word? I can't say this on my channel without YouTube wanting to flag my video and mess with my monetizing, or just flag my video, period. Okay. And maybe I ought to just take the monetizing off so I can just say whatever I want to say. But I just, I don't like using curse words and things like that on my channel. No way. Just because you never know if a young person may come across the reading. They're not supposed to, but you got some parents out there, they do not watch. They don't pay attention to what their kids are watching. And I just prefer publicly to not be putting foul language out there. But this is somebody, and doesn't have to be a female, it can be male or female, but this is, to me, when you see a Queen of Wands reverse, that's a total BITC, take a gap, H. Okay. I'm hoping you guys don't become this because you feel like that's going to empower you. Perhaps, maybe, and I'm being honest with you, sometimes in some circumstances, it is necessary to become this person or to appear like this person. Or you may appear like this person because you decide, nah, I don't care what you think. This is my life. I'm going to do me. I'm going to do whatever I want. And if you don't like it, too bad. Sometimes you have to be that person. Sometimes you have to break that character out. So I'm not judging anybody who does become this if they feel this is the energy that is necessary in order to do you, push forward, move forward, break out of some BS, and take back the power and control in your life. Okay. However, I'm cautioning you guys, don't take this too far if that is the case. This is also possibly the reaction that you get from somebody when you do decide to take back control of your life and you don't care what anybody has to say about it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you decide to be you and no longer allow others to make you feel like you can't do what you want or be what you want or be who you are or whatever, sometimes a backlash comes with that, and other people will literally lash out and call you a B. A BITC, space that out, H. Okay? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people, when they react like that, I don't think they're being evil. It literally is just them picking up this energy where either you could possibly be hostile because you got a chip on your shoulder because you feel like nobody's going to control me or nobody's going to tell me what I can't do because you are that determined to do you. Because remember what I said, your challenge is to break out of, not wanting anybody to, you just really don't want anybody to, you don't want to feel like anybody's controlling you, manipulating you, or telling you what to do, or limiting you, or restricting you. And I remember I told you this card breaking in half, this never happens, but I'm taking it as a sign and omen because I'm an intuitive reader on all levels. When I see energy, I see it. And this breaking apart, remember I said earlier in the reading that your challenge is to stand up for yourself. You can stand up for yourself, but you don't have to do so in such a level to where you become hostile and you literally destroy or break up or break apart something that doesn't have to be. So you don't want to destroy a friendship. You don't want to destroy a family relationship. You don't want to destroy a actual relationship that you may be in, or a marriage, or anything else, or even a business partnership or whatever. You don't want to just like repel people in a way that, with overkill, with overdoing it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be hostile to stand up for yourself. You can stand for yourself without being this person right here, without being a Queen of Wands in reverse. Because the Queen of Wands in reverse is not a nice person. The Queen of Wands is also somebody who lacks ambition. They lack drive. They lack proper direction. They lack leadership skills, meaning they don't know how to guide a situation or lead in a situation where everyone can be on board and it be no hostility and it be a level of compromise. You want to be what's in the upright, someone who can get along with everybody and there be bipartisanship, compromise, agreeableness, and still get things done, still get things accomplished, still maintain your friendships, your family situations, your relationships, your partner, business partnerships, your work relationships, whatever this may be, or also not repelling other people because they think you've gone on some tangent and you've become a bee or hostile or just a nasty person. You don't be, you know what I'm saying? You still need to uphold your reputation to some extent. And you can do that without destroying your reputation by being careless and reckless in how you choose to go about doing that. And that's what I'm getting from this, okay? And another thing to note is you don't have to, because I said I'm getting a lack of passion, lack of drive just from the libido card in reverse, okay? And there was another card that I kind of got that same energy from. And where is it? I don't see where it is, but it's here. But I mean, this is the next best thing to confirm that with, because the Queen of Wands in the upright is a very passionate person. They can be ambitious, goal driven. This is like you totally lose interest. You totally lose interest to some degree. And the same thing here, you totally lose interest. Now, if this is the right thing for you to do, because I can't tell you what the right thing is or not for you to do, but it feels like you lose interest. You lose desire here. You lose passion overall for the situation. Simply because, and I also want to point out this energy of no shame, no regrets, and being truthful because someone feels this is destined or whatever, or this is what's supposed to happen or something like that, even if it causes unrest or, stress, chaos, arguments, disagreements, or whatever. This doesn't necessarily have to be your energy. This also could be someone else's energy that is conflicting with you in your situation, your life, or your friendship, relationship, family situation, whatever you have with somebody else, work relationship, whatever. It's not something that I presented in the beginning, but some of you may already be aware of this as you are watching this, okay? Some of you may already be aware that I'm picking up on the energy of somebody else that you may be dealing with or know. And this is how the situation resulted, and this is how your reactions came out. Lack of interest, falling off, becoming hostile, or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to move forward from this, and I really didn't need to clarify anything. I thought I would, but I didn't need to clarify anything. It was as clear as day to me what it was. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some oracle cards here. And here, I feel like that wanted to come out. Let me see if we get one more. And there's one there. Okay. And so here, okay. Ooh, all right. So, all right. You have remain positive. It's up to you. Something is unlikely and there's perfect timing. Now I'm going to clarify what it is that is unlikely. Okay. I feel like with that unlikely card is definitely all about your worst fear. Okay. It feels like your worst fear is something that is unlikely. Usually that's the kind of energy I get from that card, but I always like to clarify anyway. Any cards that are not 100% clear in the message, I like to clarify. So I'm going to clarify that unlikely, but there's something with perfect timing here as well. And like I said, you're being told to remain positive, and it's up to you. It could be that it's unlikely that you're going to get the negative pushback that you think you would receive. Okay. If you were to go for what it is you want, or be who it is you want to be, or speak up, or whatever. Because like I said, there's a lack of communication here that was already presented in the message. Just because somebody here was feeling annoyed or feeling pestered by somebody or feeling like somebody was just being annoying or nagging or being a problem or being messy, you know. So there was a lack of communication because of that. Here we go. That is way too many cards. So here we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So this is something not really being offered. It's unlikely. It's unlikely that something won't be offered that holds a lot of value to you. Okay, it could be money, it could be whatever it is that holds value to you. Now, this is really odd and really rare for me. But before I could finish, before I could even really say what I really want to say here in regards to this, looking at this card in reverse, for some reason, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is not going to apply to everybody. This is going to apply to maybe one or two people or whatever. But I have a feeling in this reading that somebody is gay or homosexual or bisexual or whatever, and they may be coming out or they want to come out. And me seeing this, for some reason, I kept seeing these two animals humping each other. God forgive me. But that's what I kept seeing. Okay. But it's also in the reverse. So I don't know if, and I'm be honest with you, if I had saw this card come out in the upright, I would have never gotten that image in my head. But in the reverse, it came off as that kind of energy. There could be something to that, okay? Otherwise, you guys, for the rest of you who this is not about coming out because of being gay or because someone is gay or whatever, or homosexual or whatever, bisexual, whatever, disregard that message if it doesn't apply to you. Take only what resonates. The other message for the rest of you would be that it's unlikely that something that holds some sort of value to you that you would like to either receive or be given, whether you give it or someone else gives it, it's unlikely that it won't happen. So it's unlikely that you won't give something of value, that you won't offer something of value, or that this person will offer you something of some sort of value. Which means I feel like at some point somebody may come forth and offer something here that holds value. Okay. I really, you know what, since all them cards fell out, I really didn't want them to, but I'm just going to at least present them to you. This is something hanging in the balance. Somebody really hanging in there because they don't know what they want to do, or they're waiting for the other shoe to drop, meaning they're waiting to hear something. Okay. And yeah, once again, they're waiting for something. They're waiting to see something. They're waiting either for their ships to come in, or they're waiting for someone to come through, or they're waiting to see some results from something. And, but they're and this could be your energy too, though, you guys. And this is about nurturing the situation. This is about nurturing whatever this is that is being invested into, okay? And having patience. Because when you're investing into something, or you've planted some seeds and you want to see it grow, or you want to see it go further, you got to nurture the situation and be patient with it before you yield results, or before you can gain what it is that you want to gain out of it, or see a valuable return. And here we go, the Queen of Wands being presented again. And in this case, she has the Queen of Wands on any card always has a little small cat at the bottom. So this could be somebody who has a cat. You know, a Queen of Wands always has a cat in her card. But for me, this feels like a mother and her child, simply because they're both cats, okay? So this could be about, you know, someone with a child, or someone like a mom with a kid, or it's literally about being a leader in the situation and knowing how to approach the situation and approach others in a way that you can see compromise and see cooperation and bipartisanship or whatever, and get things to happen or make things happen, make things blossom, bloom, things work out. Okay, this is also someone who they know how to manage things. They they're very they're positive and passionate about people in a way that most others won't. This is a Queen of Wands is someone who has compassion as well. I don't know if people ever really think about that, but they have a level of compassion to some degree. Okay. Um, so move forward from that. And as a result here, what did I say? That she knows how to get people to get on board and to agree, or to have some bipartisanship, or to compromise, or to make things happen. And what do you have here? This is the Two of Cups. So whatever it is that's being presented here, and this could be the Queen of Wands could also be somebody that's a fire sign. It doesn't have to be, but all honesty, I don't like to go by fire signs and da 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 da. I like to go by the energy of that particular court card. So I feel like this Queen of Wands, and this is gender neutral, it could be man or woman, this person who has the ability to lead and have compassion and be able to work with others, and they have an enthusiasm that most others don't. You have this Two of Cups presented, in which both people come together because they can agree. They have a mutual respect for one another. This could be love, friendship, companionship, partnership, and whether that's business partners or some other kind of partnership. This is also this could be a contract that's arranged, and this is also an agreement that is made. This is also somebody could propose something and the other person accepted the offer. Okay. Even could be eventually a marriage, but whatever the case is, this is a good card to see because it works out in the end is what's here. But I feel like somebody thinks whatever this valuable offer is that could cause things to work out, you may think it's not going to happen, but that's not necessarily true. Interesting enough, you got the Queen of Air here, and that's independent, experienced, realistic, witty type of energy. The Queen of Air knows when to do her research and investigate things and cut away what no longer serves her purpose, but she also is very truthful, very straightforward, and she can even be blunt. She goes about things in a very rational way, and she uses rationale. She's not emotional at all, okay? She's very objective. And so the card is encouraging you to, make objective decision making, okay? Clearing away all that no longer serves you and seeing the humor in a situation. You also have the Two of Earth here, which is pointing out that you could be trying to juggle. And what happens when you try to juggle? Juggling can cause distractions. It can also cause you to be too busy to pay attention to what's going on around you, which could eventually cause you to make errors and mistakes, either with what you're doing or with other people or just in general. Okay. So it's pointing out that there's too much going on at once. There's a need to make a decision and consider a more playful approach. Okay. And you may need to, I don't know, cut some things down. And that's where this Queen of Air comes in. The Queen of Air knows how to allocate time and resources and manage all affairs, period, because she knows when to look at what's serving her purpose and what isn't, and when to cut something or someone away when it's not working out, especially if she's overwhelmed and it's too much going on. She doesn't like waste, okay? Then you have, and I don't know why I was trying to pull this deck out again. I don't need that deck again. You have the Wheel. This is the Fortune. This is the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the second time this card's coming out. Before it came out in your 3-month prediction, up to 3 months, between now and the next 3 months. So obviously, it's pointing out that you can have a change of luck here, some good luck, some fortune, a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Luck is on your side. Blessings are going to come through. Okay, so that's a good thing. Moving further into getting more spiritual advice and insight. The number 10, by the way, is on the top of the wheel there. I don't know what that's referring to. It could be 10 months, of something, or something with the number 10, and pay attention to the number 2, if that makes any sense, you guys. Okay. But let's see what else is being presented here for advice or insight. And so you have, thank God, this has come out before in another collective reading. And that card is telling you that, if you've been praying for something to work out, if you've been praying to have, for a certain kind of blessing, if you've been praying for help or assistance, it will come through. Your smoke signal has went up, and God noticed, and he's sending a ship in. He's sending your blessing in. He's sending in the help you need. He's gonna save or rescue you or something, okay? So just be thankful and grateful for the blessings that, even if you don't see them already, they're coming through. God doesn't work in our timing. God works when he knows he needs to do something. And there's something in the works here that you're not even aware of yet. Interesting enough, you have say no. So there's something here that is going to be presented to you or proposed to you. And let me turn that off real quick. That's my alarm, because I'm going to get out of here in a minute. But you're being told to say no, because there could be something that you may not find acceptable, or something you may not really like it, or may not like what you're hearing, or you may not feel like it's going to benefit you, or you may not want it. And it looks like somebody is turning their back. Somebody here is making an offer or a plea or trying to be nice to somebody, and somebody else is turning their back here. To me, it seems sad, but they're saying no. So you're being told, I guess, to say no. Let's see what else is here. And this says to celebrate you. Okay, celebrate you. Interesting. Now this says, say thank you. So, interesting enough, though, yeah, and this is the second time you're being told to say thank you. Okay. I don't know why I feel like there's another card come out. Oh, there he is. Take no offense. Take no offense. So this is what I want to say to this. Okay. All right. You're being told to be grateful, to say thank you to God for whatever this is you're praying for that is coming through. You have a no, say no in this, but I'm looking more at the fact that this person is turning their back to this one who is trying to reach out in a kind gesture. Now this person has flowers, but those flowers represent a kind gesture or making an offer in some form that is seen as positive in some form, okay? No matter if it's romantic or if it's non-romantic. And that person's turning their back. And I didn't have a very positive feeling about this. Now, you guys could know if there's something you need to reject or turn your back to or say no to, but I just didn't have good feelings about it. But when I see the say thank you card come out again, and here it is, somebody presenting some flowers, a kind gesture of thoughtfulness again. And then my hands was really itching to pull one more card from that deck, but it wanted me to pull the card from the top deck. And sure enough, I pull this out, and it says, take no offense. Someone made a mistake. Someone really did something here that they're not even aware they did. They're not even aware that they did this. This person is seeing mud getting splashed up on them as this carriage rides by them. And interesting enough, this person here in the cart feels embarrassed because I feel like they may be aware that their cart, as it splashes by in all its splendor and looking success, that um, they may have, threw some mud on somebody by accident. So they may have done something offensive without meaning to do so. Okay. And this person is pretty pissed off about it. Like, wow, you didn't see me here, you know? But it's telling you don't take any offense, because sometimes people do things and they don't even realize what they're doing. They don't realize they're pissing you off, hurting you, or making a mistake sometimes. Now I know some people would say they disagree. People always know what they're doing. You'd be surprised how many people lack the human psychology, which is a lot of people, to really understand how they may be offending someone, putting someone off, hurting them, or whatever. Okay, everybody is, some people don't even have a maturity level to realize how much they may have offended someone, or how they offended someone when they didn't have to. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is not that doggone mature. Everybody is not that conscious or that aware. Okay, and so you don't want to take so much offense that you can't see that when this person tries to reconcile or say they're sorry or show you some sort of kind gesture appreciation, that you fail to acknowledge it in some form. Okay, you know, this situation looks freaking sad. It looks sad. It feels sad. This person's trying to make it a kind gesture offer. This person's turning their back and they're all like, no. This person does the same thing, and this person decides to embrace and give this person a hug and just say, thank you. I appreciate you for you making the effort to make the kind gesture, to make the peace offer, whatever. Okay. I'm gonna pull some more cards, but to me that feels more right. That feels way more right. Okay. Interesting enough, this Celebrate You card, she took her mask off. She's at a masquerade ball where everybody has their mask off, where they had their mask on. She took her mask off and is like, I'm doing me. I never noticed this before, that everybody in the background, when she took her mask off at this masquerade ball, they all got their mouth open like, what? She did what? One person, it's more obvious than the other back here. This dude back here, he's looking like, she did what? And so this also tells me once again that somebody wants to come out of what they say, the closet. Somebody wants to come out. Whether you are LGBTQ, gay, bisexual, like I said, whatever you may be, or maybe you have, maybe there's some sort of secret you have, or there's something that you've been hiding that you could have been wanting to be more forthcoming about, or more open about, or wanting to be more true to yourself and what it is you feel you need to do or be, and you've been hiding it, whoever you are. Okay, this may not be everybody that is LGBTQ, but I feel like somebody definitely watching this is. And just be you, man. Be you. Okay. God loves all his creatures, and that's what you need to know. And if you are absolutely unhappy or miserable, trying to pretend to be someone or something that you're not, and you're afraid others will reject you or they won't deal with you, you know, just don't. Whoever really is for you and going to support you is always going to be there for you. And if they cannot accept your truth because they're spending more time trying to judge, because we have to remember, even if they say they're Christian, Muslim, or whatever they say they are, there's a ton of sins out there that everybody's committing all day and all night. Okay. And the worst sin, and in all honesty, in all the holy books, it says no sin is worse than the other. And I know many of you may disagree and say, but no, but murder, if you murder somebody, in all the holy books, it says no sin is worse than the other. They are all looked at the same through the eyes of God. Okay. So knowing this as a truth, no one really gets to judge you. Okay. No one except God himself. God, Jesus, whoever you believe in. Nobody gets to judge you otherwise except God. Okay, so keep that in mind. But you guys, whatever you choose to do is at your own risk. It's at your own discretion. Okay, because I don't want nobody coming back and saying, but you told me to come out and da da da, and it cost me everything. This is your journey and it's your choice. I'm just trying to help people and, you know, spiritually deliver the messages I'm supposed to deliver. But whatever choices you guys choose to make as a result of any readings you look at on YouTube, including any of my readings, it's at your discretion and your choice what you choose to do and at your own risk. Do not, you know, take accountability in your life. Take accountability, because you will not come back and say it's my fault. You will not sue me or nothing that like that. It's all it's even written in my video description. Okay. You know, and I'm just keeping real, because a lot of people these days, they don't like the accountability for nothing. You got a lot of people, they want to be blameless and they want to blame everybody else for why they just can't you know, accept whatever. But you know, you got the unconditional love card. And it says, love yourself, others in every situation, no matter what the outward appearance may be. Okay. That's Mary Magdalene card. Then you have sacred space. And that's telling you create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Okay. So find a safe place where you can go and pray to God, or where you can go and meditate. It doesn't matter where it is. It can be your closet. It can be the bathroom. It can be your bedroom. It can be the kitchen, the garage. It can be your car. It can be your place in the park or whatever. Okay. It can be even in your own head, that safe place. Have one. Goodness grief. If that alarm don't stop going off, I apologize, you guys. Quiet time. Okay, so it says take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. Let me hurry up and get these other cards out here. I'll be honest with you guys. I think I know somebody who this reading may resonate for, and actually 2 people, and it may resonate in a couple of different unique ways. One, I feel they probably been wanting to admit that they are LGBTQ. And then the other one, it's more so about their desire to not feel like other people are trying to control them and tell them how to do and live and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that, this reading has those 2 narratives, and you see how interesting it can be that this energy can resonate differently for the collective. Okay. There's a third situation I could think of, but, energy healing. Okay, so it's telling you your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. You have let go. So walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. You have counseling. That's very apparent that that's needed here. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. There's no shame in going to a therapist or a counselor, you guys, even a spiritual advisor at your church or whatever. Okay. There's no shame. Forget that stigma. Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Leadership. Take charge of the situation. And then you have speaker. Your life purpose involves your skills of speaking, oration. Final card here. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your life right now. Okay. So I don't know if you guys have a problem with drinking, alcohol, drugs, or sex addictions, or addiction to needing approval by others, or an addiction to needing to be around others. You know what I'm saying? Needing to be up under somebody and stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? You guys may know what your addictions may be. It also could be addiction to food or gambling or whatever it may be. You guys will know what your addictions are that's affecting your life, your situation. And it can even be addictions to money. You got some people, they're addicted to their work, their career, and making money. And this literally is, you know, can be impacting their personal life and destroying their friendships, their family situations, relationships, you name it. They can't even get their personal life in the place they want it to be because they're addicted to making money, chasing money, career. And I'm not knocking anybody for wanting to make sure that they got their security together and stuff, but there's only so much money gonna get you. So while it's important to prioritize making sure that you're secure and that you're making sure you can rely on yourself and have everything you need, don't overdo it, you guys. Don't. Because at the end of the day, you can have money and you can have all the success in the world, but if you ain't got no friends or anybody in your corner, if you ain't got a partner in your life to grow old with or whatever it is, if you ain't got nobody in your corner at the end of the day but you got all that money, then you ain't got nothing. You hear me? If you ain't got family, nobody, I mean, if you ain't got nothing. And I mean that. People put too much value on money and to the point where they worship it and they make it their god and they chase it, and that in itself is the devil getting control, like wanting to get a hold of you and controlling you. And that, I feel like that's the other challenge that you guys, some of you don't see, is you're trying so hard to not be controlled by other people, but you understand this money and this addiction to making money and this addiction to this fear of poverty. Some of y'all got an addiction to poverty level thinking. You fear so much that you're gonna struggle if you don't get out here and bust your A every single day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Because you feel like you have to have this and that and that and other, and you feel like you ain't gonna be good until you have $1 billion. Don't nobody need $1 billion. Nobody really needs $1 million. I'm not knocking you if you want to be a millionaire. Go on, do your thing. But if you know you're already in a secure position, but you see that you chasing the bag is putting you in a bad position in your social life because you can't find a balance between the two, and and you just know that it matters to you just as much to have others in your life or whatever, then find that balance. Find that balance. But don't tell other people that they don't have a place in your life if they're not doing the same thing as you, because they won't have a place in your life regardless, because that means you're both too busy. You're all busy. Your group of friends, your partners, your relationship, your whatever. Your kids, you know what I'm saying? Because people ignore their kids too in favor of, I gotta get this bag. How will someone take care of you? Well, your kids need to also be raised. Their parents, you need to also be in your kids' life. A part of raising your kids is not just financially taking care of them, making sure they only have a roof over their head and food and clothes and being able to buy them whatever toys or whatever they want. It's also being there for them and nurturing them and being able to have personal moments with them, conversations with them, spend time doing something with them, like cooking or something, anything, going for walks in the park. Don't ever underestimate that. Because you be the ones growing up and you wonder why your kids doing stuff that don't make sense to you because you weren't there to pay attention to it. Or you'll wonder why they out here seeking love from other people who don't love them and maybe abuse them because you didn't show them enough love while they were growing up. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. That's a ripple effect. Or, you wonder why they hanging out the wrong crowd. Because where were you to give them a guidance and a moral value system? Too busy talking about, I gotta get this money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, pay attention to that stuff. And somebody cheating on you, where were you? It's not to say that it's your fault every time somebody cheat on you, but if you can't keep a good relationship going, is it always the other person, or is it the fact that you could be ignoring that relationship with that person, or you could be ignoring the fact that you need to invest time into gaining loyalty in people? You can't ignore them and then expect them to sit around and wait on you forever. Now, I'm just going to leave out all that alone. I'm trying to take my card back up here. Sorry, y'all. But anyway, that's the end of this reading. And I wish you guys many blessings, luck, and prosperity. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe if you'd like to know when other videos or readings are coming out, especially if you want to know when they're coming out live. I do those sometimes. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around and supporting my channel. You're very much appreciated. And you guys, please hit the like button. It helps my channel and it helps the video get out there to others who may need to see the message. And much love, prosperity, and blessings to you guys. I'm gonna take it. Peace. Oh no, I'm not.